Good morning, everyone. Brooke here, ready for our 45-minute Pilates routine. So for all levels, we're going to use a little bit of equipment today, optional equipment, I should say. We've got a soft ball and a long resistance band. So if you have a ball and a band at home, grab them. If you don't have a ball, you can substitute a cushion as well. That also works. We're going to go ahead and get started, starting standing up. And coming to the end of your mat, just have a look at your feet. Toes and heels should be in a line, and feet should be hip width apart. So just spread your toes nice and wide. Stand tall, reaching through the crown of the head, drawing your abdominals in, starting with a little pelvic floor lift as well. I want you to reach your arms over your head, inhaling, and then breathe out, float up onto your toes. Just come up into your balance, just hold in there, chin up, shoulders down. And then reach through your fingertips as you slowly drop your heels down to the mat. Good. Drop your chin to your chest. Start drawing the abdominals up and in as you round your spine, rolling down, diving down over your legs with your legs perfectly straight, or as straight as you can. Nod your head to relax the back of the neck. And a little shake, shaking the head side to side. And then sway your arms left and right, just swaying your torso. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then come back to the center point, soften the knees, get your hands down to the mat and start walking forward, breathing out as you come forward. Good. Have your shoulders directly over your hands, slide the shoulders down away from your ears, and I want you to point your left toe and lift your left leg up. Really lengthen through the toe. Just tap the toe down to the mat and lift. Breathe in and out. For 3, keep your supporting leg, your right leg straight. Last one, tuck the toes under, change sides, right leg long, lift and lower for 5. 4, again, reaching through the toe. 3, core tight. Last 2, and 1, tuck the toes under on the right foot, lift your hips all the way up, press into your heels, arching your back, enjoying that stretch. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Chin to chest, soften the knees, draw the abdominals up and away again, and roll yourself all the way up to standing. Shoulders on top of ribs, head on top of the shoulders. Now take your left arm and reach it up to the ceiling. Really lengthen through your left side. Imagine a helium balloon just pulling you straight up. So just really opening up the ribs, feeling a stretch through your oblique on that left side. Then inhale, change, right arm up, reaching through the fingertips on the right hand, almost twisting your arm as you lift it up towards the ceiling. Again, the goal is to lengthen and stretch out your right side. Then breathe in, take your hand down to your side, drop your chin to your chest. We're going to come back into our second plank variation. Again, getting the mobility and the fluidity through your spine, kind of move every vertebra as you hang over your legs. Then bend your knees, hands to the mat, walk forward, breathing out, coming into your plank. Lift your head, drop your hips, slide the shoulders down away from the ears, and we're going to lift your left arm up. So coming into a side plank. Now reach the arm up to the ear, feel a stretch to the top half of the waist. Drop it down, hips down to the mat, feel a stretch to the lower part of the waist, come into the center, and then back into your plank. Now, if that felt too strong, you can drop your knee. I'm going to show the modification on the other side. So right arm goes up, lift your arm overhead. I've got my knee down here. So that's your modification. If it feels too strong, if you feel any pain through your shoulders, come back into your plank. We're going to go 2 more times each way. So as you turn, make sure the shoulder stays over the hand, lift the hips high, squeeze the core tight, drop the hips low, come into your center, back to your plank, not rushing through, taking your time, breathing out, lift the arm up to the ear, hips high, arm down to the legs as you drop the hips low, back to the center, into your plank, changing 1 more time, last one each way, lift the hips up, kind of squeeze the glutes a little bit, pressing the hips forward, drop them low, to your center line, to your plank. Last one, right arm up to the ear, hips high, hips low, to your center, to your plank, and then hips up, press into your heels, stretch the backs of your legs, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Chin to chest, soften the knees, and really articulate every joint as you roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders on top of ribs, head on top of shoulders. We're going to lace the fingers together behind the back, lift your arms, lift your chest, take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, keep your back and legs straight as you drop your chest forward over the legs. Let the arms drop away from the body and hold there. And as you inhale, I want you to lift your chest slightly. And as you exhale, so you can drop your chest even closer to the legs. Let the arms drop even further away from the body. And then just let your fingers slide out away from each other and come back down to the mat. So just let your hands hang down to your sides. Bend your knees, walk forwards, last plank variation. Good, lift the head, slide the shoulders down. Remember to lift the right leg up, stretch that leg long, then drop the knee under the body. Breathe in, lift, stretch, high leg, and the knee drops right under the body. Last two, lift and lower. One more here, lift and lower. Into your plank, changing legs. Left leg comes up. Keep your right leg straight, left knee to right elbow. Breathe in to lift, and then breathe out to lower. Last two, lift and lower. One more, up. And then we hold knee to elbow for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to your plank, drop your knees, and sit back into your child pose to stretch. Yeah. Now change position so you're on your back and stretched out all the way up through the middle of your mat. Stretch through your fingertips, reach through your toes, sink your ribs down, narrow the waist, and then breathe out. Lift your hands, lift your head, so you can carefully, gently peel your spine up, and then stretch forward over your legs. Now as you inhale, I want you to re-step your spine, just going from a rounded spine into a straight back, shoulders away from the ears, and breathe out, tilt the pelvis, gather the abdominals in, and roll yourself back down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Inhale again, reach the arms behind you. Exhale, hands, head, spine peels up. Reach forward. And then inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, gather the belly in, round the spine, roll down bone by bone. Inhale, arms behind. And then exhale, roll up. Now I'm going to add a little change this time. This time it's almost like you're going to swoop down, lead with your arms as you lift all the way back up. So you're coming up with a straight back, and then we round the spine to come all the way down to the mat. Either with your hands close to your ears if you want it a little harder, a little more advanced, or you reach the hands in front of you if you want a modification. So again, hands, head, spine, roll up just the same, but then we reach forward and then arch the back as you come up. And again, remember, as you're rolling down, if your hands are in front of you, it's a little bit easier. Level 1, level 2, arms stay up close to the ears as we round the spine, point the chest, anchor the legs down to the mat, and come down one vertebra at a time. Take a deep breath in, and then breathe out. Lift the hands, lift the head, peel your spine up. Kind of swoop the arms by your legs, lift the chest up with a nice straight back. Almost pull those arms behind your ears, and then breathe out. Start rounding out the spine. Take the hands down in front of you, or keep them up close to the ears. Now hold down this time and wrap your knees into your chest. Give them a little hug and rock side to side. Now in my roll up, I always seem to inch the top of my mat, so just adjust yourself back down to the middle of your mat if you need to. And we're going to find the ball now. So grab your ball or your cushion, whatever you're using. And I want you to place the ball between your ankles. Knees are above your hips, shins parallel to the floor. Neutral spine, a little bit of space under your lower back, but the lowest rib is down. Draw the belly button in, sit bones drawn together, back passage lifting up and away. So big pelvic floor lift. Head and shoulders reach up off the mat, and we're going to start pumping up. So we're going to start with a modified 100 with the knees bent. Breathing in for 4 beats, and then breathe out. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. Now look towards the abdomen, scoop the belly button in tight. A little bit of a squeeze on your ball, getting the inner thighs working. Now try to extend your legs out so you can get your shoulders a little higher, maybe slightly turn your toes and drawing your heels together. Do a little rotation on the legs. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. Now just check that you're looking down towards your abdominals. The weight of your head is forward rather than looking up to the ceiling and straining the neck. Ribs towards hips, belly button in tight, squeezing the inner thighs. If you need to modify, you can always drop back into this modified with the knees bent. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. Let's aim for 4 more breaths. Breathing in, 2, strong movement through the arms, but no bend in the wrists. Breathe, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, scoop the belly even tighter. Breathe, 2. Last breath. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Good. Now slowly drop your shoulders down as you pull your knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in, and just let it go. Relax your shoulders. Take your hands behind your knees. We're going to roll up into a bound. with that ball between your ankles. We're gonna lift the head and shoulders to prepare, scoop the core in tight, add a little momentum, and see if you can come up into your balance. Elbows wide, knees close to the chest, and just stretch the legs long, bend the knees. Extend and bend. 2 more. Lift and lower, and 1. Now with the next one, we're going to try to extend the arms as you extend the legs, and then bend the knees, take the hands back to the backs of the knees. Extend the arms, extend the legs, and then bend the knees. Now if you need to, you can keep the hands behind the knees. The arms going to make it a little harder, but just listen to your body. 2 more, breathing out, and in. Last one, breathe out, and in. Now we're gonna add a roll back. So make sure there's enough mat behind you. You're not gonna hit your head on the hard floor. Roll back to your shoulders, up to your balance. Extend the arms and legs. Hands behind the knees, roll back to the shoulders, up to your balance, and then extend. 2 more times. Hands behind the knees, rounded spine back. Find your balance. Extend, hold. Hands behind the knees. Last one. Roll back to the shoulders, up to your balance. Scoop the core in and extend the arms and legs to finish. And then take your feet down to the mat and just stretch out your back. Good. Now stretch your legs out in front of you. Ball in your hands and just roll the ball to your feet and a little bit further beyond. Pick up the ball as you straighten up your back. Slide your shoulders down. Things straighten out of the top of the head, so nice long back. Breathe out, tilt the pelvis, gather the belly in, and come halfway back. And when you go 1 click lower, point the twist, squeeze the legs together, pass the ball into your left hand, and look over that shoulder. Inhale, pass the ball to your right hand. Reach the right arm back, look over that shoulder. Inhale, back to the center. Now we're separating the top half of your body from the lower half. The lower body does not move at all. There's no movement through your feet. No movement, no kind of sliding between your knees. Hips stay anchored down to the mat. 1 more time each way. Twist and center. Twist and center. Now we go down an inch and hold. Down another inch and hold. 1 more inch if you can. And then slowly all the way down to the mat. Wrap your hands around. Use the ball to hug your knees into your chest. And then lift the toes up to the ceiling, still with the ball kind of pressing against your shins. So you can roll that ball up, reach it to your feet, and then take it down. Now let's not just roll it, just lift the ball to your feet and down. So head and shoulders up off the mat, lift and lower. So get the legs as straight as you can. Feel that stretch through your hamstrings. Feel the ribs pulling towards your hips, the top of your abdominals working as you lift your head and shoulders up for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to let the head and shoulders stay on the mat. Drop your ball, hands to your sides. Legs still pointing up. We're going to try to lift the hips. So imagine the strings around your toes, just pulling them up to the ceiling. And lift. Use your upper body strength. Lift. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold the backs of your legs. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat and hold the right leg to the left leg down. Really get that lower leg close to the mat without hitting it. Change the legs. Let's double pulse. Pull, pull. So you inhale as you change. Exhale as you pull. Stay there for 8 and 7. Rib to hip connection. Lower back into the mat. Belly button in tight. Head and shoulders high. Last 3 and 2 and 1. And then recover. Head down, knees in, and breathe. Good. Take your hands behind your head. Open your elbows out wide. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. And we're going to turn, elbow touching the opposite knee. So coming into a crisscross. And really try to connect the elbow as close as you can to that knee. Change. Lower back stays down. Shoulders twisting, but the hips stay still. Try to keep your elbows as wide as you can as you turn from one side to the other. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to hold this last one. Keep your shoulders twisted and lower. Hinge at the hips to lower the legs down and up. Keep the shape of the legs. Again, hinging down and up. Then we change. 2 times. Again, hinge at the hips, keep the shape of the legs, lower them down, lift them up. Last one, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, switch and change, hold 2 times down and up. Modification, we make the movement a little smaller, more advanced, we do bigger movement. Twist, down and lift, breathe in and out. Take the shoulders down, draw your knees in, take a deep breath and rock side to side. Good, let your feet come down to the mat. And we're just gonna drop both knees down to your right. Keep your shoulders on the mat, keep your feet on the mat. Breathe out, lift the knees back to the center. Drop the knees down to the left and center. One more time, knees drop to the right as you turn your head to the left. Center everything, and then knees drop to the left and the head to the right. Come back to the center, and then I want you to grab your ball and place the ball between your knees. You'll be able to touch your heels with your fingertips, feet right beneath your knees. Squeeze the ball or your cushion tight. Imprint your lower back into the mat, really tilting the pelvis, curling the pubic bone in towards your chest. Draw the belly button in. Take your hands behind the head and then curl the head and shoulders up as you squeeze the ball. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, shoulders high, lower back down. Belly button in. Squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale, release. 3 more. Breathing out. Imprinting, scooping, squeezing. Inhale down. Last 2. Hold. Now with this last one, I want you to take your hands and reach them in front of you and tap your ball for 8, 7. Squeezing the ball tight, imprinting the lower back into the mat. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to lean to the left, like drawing a little rainbow with those hands. Lean to the right. Hips and knees don't move, still squeezing the ball. We're just rolling to the right. Squeeze the oblique to the left. Squeeze the side of the waist. Hold, squeeze. Switch sides, hold, squeeze. Last 4 and 3. Reaching down the side of the legs. And 1. Take the head and shoulders back. Take your hands down to the mat. Come up onto tiptoes, so lifting your heels up. Imprint your lower back down. Draw the belly button in and peel your spine up. Squeezing the ball tight as you articulate every bone, forcing each bone of the spine to move individually. Now walk your hands a little closer towards your feet, but your ribs a little tighter towards your hips. Squeeze that ball as tight as you can and then drop the hips down. Squeeze to lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5. So again, we're working the glutes, we're working the inner thighs. I also want you narrowing the waist, engaging your deep abdominals. 2 more. Last one, we hold the hips high. Little pulse at the top. Squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one. Squeeze your ball tight. Breathe in. Reach the arms all the way behind you until the backs of the hands touch the floor. And then breathe out. Drop your rib cage down first. Keep the hips high. Really tilt the pelvis. Roll through your middle back. And then 1 vertebra at a time. There are 5 joints in your lower back. So you can find each one of them before that tailbone comes down to the mat. Drop your heels. Take your hands back to your sides. We're going to take the ball away. And pull your knees into your chest. Lift your chin to your chest and we're going to roll up to sitting. Now change position, flipping over to all fours. Feel free to grab some water as we change. And we're going to use the ball for the next one. We're going to come to all fours and just place that ball under your left knee, under that supporting leg. You're going to extend the right leg back. Now it's important to have the toes tucked under on that left foot so you have a little bit more stability. Otherwise, if the toes aren't on the mat, you can't really stabilize on the ball. Hands directly beneath the shoulders, press the mat away. Everything's lifting. Lift the abdominals up and in. Lift the spine up between the shoulders. Lift the head slightly. Point the right toe and start lifting the right leg. Stay there. 8, 7. You can balance a cup of tea in the middle of your back throughout the series. Try to keep that stability. 4 more. 3, 2, hold the last one. Now bend the knee, point the toe up to the ceiling. Really pull your heel in close. Ribs up and away. Pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to lower your right knee down to the mat. Keep the knee bent as you reach the knee out to the side. Then extend the leg, bend the knee, drop the knee back down to the mat. 4 more times. Lift the knee up with the knee bent. Kick the foot out. Bend, lower it back down. 3 more. Lift, extend, bend, return. Again, lift. Extend. Try to get that knee up close to hip height. Last one. We lift, kick it out, bend the knee, drop it down, and then stretch that right leg out. Lift the lower back, press the mat away, just check your alignment. Now sweep the leg and circle it around. So sweeping the end of the mat and slow circle. Stay there for 7, 6. Try to stabilize that left knee on the ball. Press into the pads of your fingertips. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Take the foot back to the center point of your mat, and then just slide the foot out to the corner, rotate the leg outward, and then lift the leg at a diagonal, up and down. Lift and lower. For 6 and 5. Last 4, stretch the leg long, lift your ribs up into the body. 3, strong arms. Last 2, and then hold the last one up. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower your right knee down. Remove the ball, and then sit back onto your heels. Just stretching everything out. Circle your wrists both ways. Just roll through your spine, dragging your hands back, roll out your shoulders, and then we'll start on the other side. So I'm just going to turn so you can see what the moving leg is doing. So ball comes under the right knee, again, toes tucked under on that right foot. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press into the pads of your fingertips. Point the toe on the left leg and lift and lower. Breathe out and in. Shoulders away from the ears, nice long neck. Rib to hip connection, belly button pulled in. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, hold the last one. Now we bend the knee, pull your heel in close, lift the ribs up and away, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knee down to the mat, lift it up out to the side, kick it out. Bend and drop. Lift the knee, extend the leg, bend the knee, lower to the mat. 4 more. Lift. Extend, bend, and down. Lift, arms stay straight. Kick, bend, and down. Last 2. Lift, stretch, bend, return. Last one, knee up, toes out, bend, and down to the mat. Stretch that left leg behind you. Again, zip the core in tight, check your shoulders. I'm going to sweep the leg off the end of the mat and circle around. Sweep and circle. So slow circle. Nothing else should move. Try to keep that right knee stable on the ball. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes back to the middle of the mat. Take a little pressure off that ball if you need to. And then sink back into it. Last variation, toe goes to the corner of the mat. Rotate the leg outward. Exhale, lift the leg up, leading with the pinky toe and down. Now just check your right hip stays over the right knee. You're not bending into your right elbow. Stay here for 5. Try to get that left foot just above hip height. Last 3 and 2. Hold the last one up. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower the left knee. Push your ball away, toes together, knees apart, and just slop your ribs down between your knees, stretching your arms out in front of you. And drag your hands back, sitting back onto your heels, circle your wrists. And then take the hands behind you. Maybe pull your elbows slightly together as you bend, and then try to stretch your hips up. Now, listen to your body. There should be that mild discomfort of a stretch, which actually really feels good. But if you feel any pain through your knee or shoulder, wrist, anywhere, feel free to drop this one and don't force it. Lift the hips if you can, though. Drop back down to the heels, bend your elbows, wrap your elbows in towards each other, and then one last time, extend the arms, lift the hips up, look to the wall behind you. And then drop the hips all the way back down, knees together, sit up tall, hands behind the back. And then hands in front, rounded spine. And then lift. And take your arms out to the sides. Good. Okay, we're going to need the ball and the band for the next exercise. So grab your equipment and come back to sitting. Feet in front of you, ball between your knees. Now we're going to fold the band in 2 and hold it about shoulder width apart. So your band is parallel to the floor. Your feet and knees are in line with your hips. We got a little bit of a squeeze on the ball. We start in a long, straight back, and then we breathe out. Tilt the pelvis, scoop the abdomen, start curving your spine into a deep C curve with the belly button pulled in tight, band just above the knees. Now we stretch the band as you lower yourself down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And a good strong upper body movement, stretching, scooping the belly button a little tighter as you lower back down. If you feel any niggles or kind of twinges in your lower back, you can actually move the ball to support the lower back and just really press that lower back into the ball. Imagine a thumb or a finger through your belly button pressing into the ball. So that's a good modification. 3 more times. Down and up. Last 2. Hold the last one. Breathe out. Lift the arms. Stretch the band. Arms out of the peripheral vision. Over your head. Inhale. Lower back down. And again. Exhale. Lift all the way back up. Hold at the top. Inhale. Lower back down. Last one. Breathing out. Arms right up almost behind your ears. And then back down to your knees. Hands to the knees. And stretch everything out. Take a deep breath in. And then breathe out, tilt the pelvis, scoop the abdominals around your spine, back down into your C curve, and then turn to your left. Band parallel to the floor, shoulders away from the ears. Stretch the band as you go down and up. Tuck and lift. So we're stretching the band, we're squeezing the ball, we're drawing the belly button in, opening up your lumbar spine, moving, tilting the pelvis. The movement comes from your lower back rather than your shoulders or your upper back. Last 4, 3, 2, hold the last one, sink a little lower, twist left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back to the knees, straighten up your back. And then breathe out, tilt the pelvis, scoop the belly around your spine to the other side. Hands to the right corner of the room, down an inch, up an inch. Tuck and lift. Stay there for 6 and 5. Again, stretch the band. 3, last 2. Hold the last one, so you go a little lower, little twist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back to the knees. Straighten up your back. Let's actually remove the band and the ball. Drop your knees out to your side. Sit up as tall as you can. And then breathe out. Elbows down into the knees. Just fold over your legs. Drop your chin to your chest. And hold your stretch. Now straighten up the back. Drag your heels in towards your body. Hands around the toes. And then straighten everything out. Good. Okay, knees come back together. We're going to come up to standing. So try to stand without using your hands. Pick up your ball. We're going to step the feet out nice and wide. Turn your toes out. Draw your ribs to your hips, think tailbone heavy down to the mat. Almost like there was a little weight on your tailbone. We're going to squeeze the ball as you bend the knees and lift all the way back up. Squeeze and release. Now keep the core muscles tight and try to turn your knees out, almost wrapping them around to the wall behind you so they track right over those turned out toes. 2 more, breathing out and in. Hold this one down, pulse down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you reach your ball out in front of you, lift your right heel up, breathe in, stretch your legs, bend the knees. Go from high to low. Really get the thighs almost parallel to the floor. Nice long neck, chin up, core strong. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Hold it down, pulse low. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right heel, lift the left, arms overhead, breathe in, stretch and bend. Lift and lower. Again, drop that tailbone. 6, 5, knees wide, ribs to hips. Last 3, 2, hold it down, going into lower and pulse down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pull the ball into your chest, close to the chest, lift both heels high, breathe in, stretch the legs, breathe out, bend the knees. Lift and lower. Imagine you're balancing a book on top of your head. So keep that alignment, keep your perfect posture, squeeze the ball, get the upper body working. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. Hold it down. Now we're gonna wrap the knees, just kind of pulse them back to the wall behind you. Pulse back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Open the knees out. 2. Hold the last one. Pulse down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just freeze. Hold, heels a little higher, hips a little lower, shoulders back, chin up. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And extend the legs, drop your heels, turn your toes forward, and take your ball down to the floor. And then just push the ball to the side. And really get your legs straight, your back straight. And then take your hands and wrap them around your ankles. And so you can draw your chest closer, almost like you're pulling it through your legs. Good. Now bend your right knee and rest your chest on top of that right knee. So right knee bent, left leg straight, getting a nice stretch through the inside of your left leg. The left hand holds the foot as the right arm goes up to the ceiling. And then take the hands back to the foot. Walk them over to the other foot again. Rest your chest on top of your left knee. Right hand holds that foot. Right leg is straight. And then lift your left arm up. Hold. And then take it back down. Take your hands back to the middle of your mat. Toes turned out. Soften these. Drop your chin and roll yourself up like a rag doll. Just roll everything out. Shoulders back and forward. Good. Step your feet back together. Pick up your band. And I want you to stand on the middle of your band with your feet together. Now, turn to the side so you can see the posture. So I want you to bend the knees so it's like you're in a half squat. Reach the hips to the wall behind and hinge your chest forward. Pull your shoulder blades together behind your back. Draw your belly button in and then reach your arms out almost into a slight V in front of you with your thumbs pointing up to the ceiling. Stay here for 8, 7. So again, feet together, knees together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold up, circle back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms, stand, just roll your shoulders back and forward, and then come down into your second set. So bend the knees, hips back, core strong, reach the arms out and down. Again, arms that V. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Work your legs a little bit, draw the core in. 3, 2, hold the last one up. Circle forward now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms, stand, and again, roll your shoulders back. And forward. Step off of your band, and fold your band in 2. Hold it in your right hand with your pinkies pointing up to the ceiling, and then tuck your left hand to your lower back. So you're holding band along the line of your spine with your lower arm anchored, lower hand anchored at the base of your spine. Now keep your upper arm close to the ear as you stretch and bend, lift and lower. As we're working into the tricep, and feel free to adjust the band, make it tighter or looser if you need to. I just want you to think about your rib to hip connection. I want you to think about your chin lifting up, balancing a book on top of your head. So we don't overarch the back or scoop, just drop anything. So we just keep lengthening through the spine as you extend the arms. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just bend the elbow, just try to twist your band to change from one side to the other. Shoulders away from the ears, chin up, ribs to hips, and extend and bend, lift and lower. So work in that tricep. Look at your feet. Also just check that your feet are parallel, about hip width apart. Stay there. 10, 9, 8. Really get that squeeze with your extension. So working that muscle, kind of consciously squeezing it with each lift. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the elbows. You can untwist and just maybe sliding a bit more length through. Reach your arms up overhead till the band comes to your hips in front. Then lift the arms up and overhead as you reach the arms behind. Up and over. And up and back. And then we're going to hold at that tightest spot with your arms right behind you. So you can pull the arms a little closer. You're going to go up an inch, hold, down 2 inches. Up an inch, and then slowly all the way down to the band is in front of you. Now, we're going to come down to the mat once again. And stretch your body out right through the middle of your mat. Want you to bend the knee of the lower leg. Top leg is straight. So imagine a wall behind you. Your head, shoulders, hips, and heel would all touch that wall. Lift the top leg up and down. Lift and lower. Now just take the hand to the lower abdominals. Just make sure they're drawing in. Good. Stay here for 6, 5, 4. So the focus here is the outside of this leg, but make sure nothing else moves. We're also stabilizing the rest of the body. Last 2. Hold the last one up. Pulse up at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the foot down. Turn your toes inward. Lead with the heel as you lift and lower. Almost like letting the toes hang off that heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the next one up. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. Turn your toes out. Really kick the heel away. Lift. Last set. 8, 7. So we do 8 slow, full range of motion. Nothing else moves, but get that leg as high as you can. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Add a little more turn out, little pulses at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the leg back down. Take the foot back to parallel. Kick it forward, back, lift, and lower. Get that hamstring stretch as you kick forward, back, lift, and lower. 4 more. Forward, back, up, down. 3, back, up, down. Last 2. Lift and lower. Stabilize the upper body. 1, up and down. And when that foot comes back down, we just do a bicycle pedal. 5, 4, 3, 2. Heel, knee, and hip in a line. Reverse it. 5, 4, pedaling backwards now. 3, don't let gravity take hold of that foot. Keep it in line with hip. Last 2, and 1. Now just drop that knee in front of you. Take the hand from your head, hold the knee, and reach the other arm out behind you, trying to get the back of your hand down to the floor. Really stretch through those fingertips, stretching the arm a little longer. Then keep one finger touching the floor as you circle all the way around your body. Looking over the shoulder as the arm reaches behind you, and in front as the arm reaches in front. Now reverse your circles. Just reversing the direction. Again, trying to keep that hand as low, close to the floor as you can. One more big circle in this direction. Good. When the hand comes back to front, take your knees back together and flip yourself over to the other side. Again, head is propped up, bottom knee is bent, top leg straight and in line with your hip. Imagine that wall right behind you. Lift and lower. We start with the foot parallel. And just take a hand to your hip. You should feel the connective tissues and things rolling over that hip, but the bone doesn't actually move. So just make sure you're not kind of rocking back or moving the pelvis in any way. Then take your hands to your lower abdominals. Make sure they're pulling in, that your neck is nice and long, your collarbone is open. So always doing little posture checks as you move and work into this main focus of the exercise. Hold the last one up. Pulse at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the leg down, turn the toes inward and lead with the heel as you lift and lower. Again, full range of motion. 8 slow, up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold the next one up. So you can go a little higher and pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, turn the toes out. One more set. Lift and lower from high to low for 6, 5, 4, 3. Really get that turn out, toes above the heel. Hold it up, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the foot back down, back to parallel, in line with the hip. Kick it forward, sweep it back, lift and lower, forward, back, up and down. Again, stabilize the torso. Try not to swing back as that leg goes forward, forward, back, up, down. Last 2, forward, back, up, down. One more, forward, back, lift, down and hold. And then we do our bicycle pedal, knee, ankle, hip, all in a line for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop, take the knees forward. Just drop that top knee forward. Extend your lower leg. The hand from the head holds the knee. The other arm, back of the hand, touches the floor, reaching behind you, and then circle all the way around. Good. And then reverse it. And drag one finger along the floor. And when the hand comes back in front, just take your legs back together and roll yourself over onto your front. Now find your band wherever it is. Should still be folded in 2, and just hold it about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. So come up towards the corners of your mat and just really stretch your legs out, scoop the belly button up and away, and then lift your chest, lift the band, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. A little bit of a stretch on the band and lower. Keep the feet stuck to the floor. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. Hold the last one up. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower back down. Now let's drop the band and take your arms out to the side, like in a T shape. Lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades together, and down. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Now take the hands back to your sides. Walk your heels together, heels touching, toes turn out. Lift the chest, lift the legs, pull your shoulder blades together behind your back. And lower the chest, lower the hands, lower the nose. Breathe out, rotate the arms, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs, lengthen through the top of the head. Try to draw your chin in towards your chest. So we really stretch the back of the neck. And down. 4 more. Breathing out, heels stay connected, inner thighs connected, shoulder blades drawing together, pinkies pointing up to the ceiling, and down. Last 3, breathing out. Let's lace the fingers together behind the back. Reach them down the backs of your legs and lower. This one's our last one. Chest up, hands together, heels together, squeeze and hold. And then lower everything all the way down to the mat. Really relax your upper body. Okay, now we're going to lift your right toe up. So bend your right knee. Lift that leg up and down. We're just going to do some little pulse up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. I'm going to wrap that toe around and do a little twist. Just reach and then return. One more time, lift the knee, just twist the lower body and take it back down to the mat. Extend that right leg out, bend the left knee up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we hold up and then roll, touch the toe to the right side of the body, take it back, up and over, do that lovely twist through the lower back and down. Now bend both knees. I want your toes together, knees apart. Scoop the belly button in, try to tilt that pelvis, so tailbone to the wall behind you. Just opening up your lower back and then lift your knees up. Toes stay together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold up and then stretch your legs out. Squeeze the inner thighs. Keep the knees up off the mat. Bend the knees, knees wide, and relax them down. One more set. 8 up, and then we stretch. Lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Stretch. Squeeze the inner thighs, and then bend the knees. Hands under your shoulders. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch out your lower back. Stretch out your arms. And breathe. Good. Okay, let's come to all fours. And we're just going to tuck the left foot under your body. Have your left knee just outside of your left wrist and slide your right leg back. So really looking up to the ceiling, taking a deep breath in, opening the shoulders, and then breathe out. Come down onto your forehead or onto your chest. Get as low and close to the mat as you can. Just relax everything. Good. And start lifting your chest, walking your hands back. Uncross that left foot and tuck your right foot through the body. Right knee just outside of the right wrist. Slide your left leg back again. Look up, open the shoulders, big inhale. And then as you exhale, just slowly lower your chest down. Come down to your elbows, open the elbows, come down to the chest, turn onto one cheek. And breathe. Good. And then start lifting the chest. Walking your hands back, uncross your right leg. Come to all fours, slide the shoulders down away from your ears, tuck your toes under. Hover your knees just an inch or so up off the mat. Really scoop and hollow the abdominals, big pelvic floor lift. And then lift the knees all the way up. Press into your heels, arch your back. Pedal through the heels, right heel down, then left, and right, and left. And then press both heels down. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let your head hang, nod the head yes, shake the head no, soften your knees, scoop the abdominals in and roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders on top of ribs, head comes on top of the shoulders, arms float up overhead. Draw your heels together as you come up into a balance, hold, and then reach your arms out to the side as you drop the heels down and just shake everything out. Great. Well done, everybody. Good start to the week. Hope you keep tuning in every morning this week. And check on Instagram and Facebook for the full schedule and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you soon. Bye.